Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the SEO GEO news of this week. Well, at least last week's. I've gathered everything. I think we were week. Let's find out. Current week. I think we were week 27, right? Yeah, week 27 last week. And I've gathered everything. It's been kind of a slow news day, but let's just jump right into it so you don't miss a thing. The first one I want to go through here is the spam update finished on the 26th of June, so that's kind of a little bit before. I didn't really notice that, and I still haven't found any kind of analysis. If you've seen any sort of changes in your rankings where you think it's from the spam update, just comment below. I'd love to know what it was, but yeah, I haven't seen much changes from our side, and it's just people were talking about that they were seeing a lot of SERP fluctuations before the update was even announced. So again, I think that a lot of this is just tackling maybe AI spam tactics or something. Again, I'd love to know what happened to your site. This one is interesting. An article here, a post here from SEMrush around. I kind of just like this image about the again old SEO assumption. I mean, websites still do matter a lot. It's just not. There's more things to it, right? But I kind of like how this is going. And it doesn't really, the graph doesn't really make sense. But just like how simple this is. If you want to share with some stakeholders, I think it's a pretty good graphic, honestly, from SEMrush there. Here's a good one. Why proprietary data is your most defensible AI citation? So again, it's all about and again, this relates to Google as well, but when posting or creating content, having unique data points is the information gain is something we talked a lot about in SEO. So again, I think it's critical, and that's why you can create AI content, but then just doing a little bit of extra research and analysis is what's going to give you the edge, which means you cannot remove the human out of the loop. And I'm totally in for that, and I just think these analysis showcases and proves it. And again, it's like the original data correlates strongly with page originality. Top organic pages typically contain 4 unique data points. So again, this just shows us, AI tends to extract 10 to 30% a band of a page. But yeah, content buried deep is less likely to be cited. Again, just go beyond. What I'm trying to say here is go beyond here is some AI content and see if you can add a little bit of extra research, find an extra thing that, an example to prove what you're trying to talk about. That sometimes is enough, and that's what we should be doing. Boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah, Google removes recipe links. Google moves, sorry, recipe links on top of AI mode results. Again, that is great. I think again, I want AI mode and AI to be better at just looking at the internet and kind of structuring it in a nice user-friendly way. I think that is what AI is really good at. It's not just plagiarizing our content. And this is kind of a step towards, hey, here's some great recipes I found for your specific prompt. That's great stuff. That's what AI mode should be doing instead of just giving you the recipe, which is usually like a mismatch of all these unique recipes just smashed into this one generic one, or it's copying directly, which is even worse. So I think Google is going the right way here. Interesting as well here, AI agents are failing to read B2B pricing. Now again, this could be the issue with AI directly. Also some JavaScript blind spots. So again, is JavaScript generating your prices dynamically post interaction, like check price, there's a few things there, but the error rate of around 30% is kind of interesting. So maybe do some tests to figure that out. All right, let's see here. Next up, we've got, oh yeah, so this is apparently there's some DMCA takedowns, or at least people are trying to take down some of your search results. So if you're getting these emails, don't ignore them. It seems like people are misusing this kind of report. Like you can go in and report things in SERPs, and I think, yeah, seems like it's being misused. I haven't seen any of these, but make sure your Search Console emails are not going to your spam folder, and don't ignore these. That's the takeaway. Oh yeah, great. Kevin Indig shows us how to set up Screaming Frog MCP and Claude Desktop. Great. That's great. Screaming Frog MCP, you can start talking to your crawl data. Love it. Love it. That's great. Screaming Frog is the best crawler. All right. Let's get back to it. Yeah. So this study. All right. So how ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude cites content is super interesting, I think. Again, I don't want to go into, oh, optimize for specific models. I think B2B, I think you might have, I think a lot of it is Perplexity or Claude, a Copilot as well. But Copilot is using Claude, I think. So again, if you know your audience using one model, you might want to focus on that. Anyway, Gemini is the best at citing all the sources. Again, it has access to Google search. It makes a lot of sense. And I think they can win the race. As I saw an article, which I'll talk about next week, about how Google Gemini is the only one accessing YouTube transcripts. So they have a huge advantage in this ecosystem when it comes to search. And I think Claude is winning the race when it comes to being a tool. And ChatGPT is in the middle that doesn't really know what to do, and it's being overpriced. So again, those are just opinions. But it's very interesting to see how they're citing different things. Claude is doing a second pass. That was interesting. And OpenAI just kind of spreads a wide web and then cites a few of the things, or maybe just jams everything into an answer instead of citing, which again, I think is just plagiarism. So, my least favorite now is getting to be ChatGPT, honestly, at this stage. But yeah, interesting article. How to use Reddit for SEO from Ahrefs. Again, people, oh, Reddit is being used so much in the LLMs as sources, etc. Now, again, go and track prompts you think your audience is asking, I guess. Track a lot of them over time, and then take all those sources and figure out where does Reddit stand. Because we're doing that here, and we're seeing Reddit it's not on the list, but it's far from the biggest when it comes to prompts we think are important. And the things that are being used are old, and we can't really control it anyway. So again, I'm not saying you shouldn't go in and start using it. What I'm saying is don't start panicking and start spamming Reddit. And that's why I think you have to do it the right way here. White hat, talk to your community, et cetera, et cetera. So I think this is a good blog post, and definitely start thinking about Reddit for sure. Even before LLMs, it was important. People still used it a lot. I use it a lot. And then finally here, we've got Cloudflare's AI crawler rules can block Googlebot. Again, read the content here. Read the blog post from Search Engine Journal, but just key takeaway. You have a client, you're working in-house. Who is controlling your Cloudflare setup? It's usually IT or an external provider. Make sure you get access. Make sure you understand it. Make sure you ask the right questions. What are we blocking? What are we not blocking? Test user agents. Use tools to test them and see what can be blocked, what is not blocked. Is there any rate limits to certain models, certain crawlers? Just take control or ownership a little bit of that conversation is the key takeaway, I would say, because yeah, Cloudflare is used widely and it can hurt you or benefit you, right? They were also the ones Cloudflare was doing the markup serve for, you can enable markup serve for LLM crawlers, so all your content would be served as markup for LLMs, which I don't really see why, because they're so good at finding semantic relevance in anything, code, HTML. But again, some people say it worked, some people didn't. Be careful with that. Run it as a test. Measure, prove you were right, and then continue. That's how I do it. But that's really all for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. All the links and descriptions you've seen here are in the video description. You can copy them, share them. Please like and subscribe, because I will keep posting every week, keep you up to date. Otherwise, have a lovely day, and I hope you're not melting in this European summer heat. I am. But yeah, see you next week.